The evening started with anticipation, at least for me. My wife, Emily, had insisted we attend a friend's engagement party together. I thought it would be a chance to laugh, dance, and enjoy ourselves like we once had. I even wore the suit she loved, the one she always said made me look like the man she first fell for. But the moment we arrived, something fell off. Her attention wasn't on me. Instead, her eyes kept drifting across the room. Every time I followed her gaze, I saw her staring at the same man. I tried to dismiss it. Emily was my wife, my partner of 8 years, the person I trusted most. I went to grab drinks and tried to pull her into conversation, but she seemed distant, giving distracted nods. Then, in a moment that froze the air around me, I watched her slip away from the group and move toward him. My chest tightened as I followed at a distance. That's when I saw it. She leaned in, he reached for her face, and their lips met. It wasn't a brief mistake. It was deliberate, soft, and utterly devastating. I felt my heart shatter silently as I watched my wife betray me openly, without concern for who might see. I wanted to rush forward, to pull them apart, to scream at her for destroying everything we had built. But instead, an unexpected calm settled over me. My anger turned into clarity. She had made her choice, and I didn't need to fight for someone who could give herself to another man so easily. I returned to our table, picked up a napkin, and retrieved the pen I always carried in my jacket. My hands trembled, not with fury, but with the weight of what I was about to do. I wrote, "You showed me tonight that I'm not the man you want. Consider this kiss the last time you'll see me as your husband." The words were sharp, honest, and final. I folded the note, slipped it under a clutch, and stood. As I headed for the exit, I glanced back one last time. Emily was still with him, laughing, brushing her hair back as if nothing mattered. She hadn't noticed me leave, nor realized what I had done. For the first time, I didn't feel weak or humiliated. I felt free. She had destroyed our marriage with a single kiss, and I had no desire to rebuild it. By the time she returned to the table, I was gone. Later, she must have discovered the note, because my phone lit up with calls and messages, one after another. I didn't answer. Each ring reminded me of that kiss, public, careless, and final. She didn't deserve my voice, my tears, or my explanations. The note was enough, and it was all she would ever receive. When I got home, I quietly packed my bags. I left the wedding ring she had once placed on my finger, beside her framed photo on the dresser. It had once symbolized forever. Now, it was only a token of betrayal. I closed the door behind me and walked away without looking back. The next morning, Emily returned to an empty house. I imagined her rushing from room to room, calling my name, hoping to find me waiting with anger or questions. Instead, she found only the echoes of her own choices. The note at the party had shattered her world, not with drama or shouting, but with finality. She realized too late that she hadn't just kissed another man. She had kissed her marriage goodbye. Days passed, turning into weeks. Her frantic apologies shifted into desperate pleas for a second chance. She wrote long messages about mistakes, confusion, and love. But love doesn't look like betrayal. Love doesn't kiss another person openly and expect forgiveness. Every time I replayed that note in my mind, I knew I had made the right decision. Months later, I rebuilt my life without her. People sometimes ask if I regret not confronting her, not making a scene at the party. My answer is always the same. No. Sometimes the strongest response is silence, the kind that leaves the guilty alone with their shame. Emily will never forget that note, just as I will never forget seeing her kiss someone else. She lost me with one kiss, and I walked away for good,